His oppressor convinced him that no one else understood him, that no one else liked him, or that no one else appreciated him. His oppressor convinced his victim that he needed to be isolated from others. So he kept him in a cage like an animal, and convinced him that he needed to be in this cage for his own good. Now, some deep stuff, because when it's God's time for you to be free, stuff will happen for you to be free. Y'all following what I'm saying? Somehow or another, this young man ran into a young lady on the street, and they became friends. And this young lady saw this collar around his neck and went to remove it. And his immediate response was, "Don't touch me, I'll hurt you." Y'all got this? So instead of insisting on removing the collar because it wasn't time yet, she continued to be his friend until she won his trust. And once she won his trust, she was able to unleash the collar from around his neck. And he began to realize that I am not the animal that this man told me I was. I am not the beast that I was led to believe that I was. I am really someone with value after all. But it took someone other than the oppressor to get this message across. Now, here's the deep thing. Everybody say the unleashing process. The unleashing process is dangerous. The unleashing process is dangerous for the person who's being unleashed, and it's also dangerous for the person who's doing the unleashing. A vital point in the movie, again, was when she removed the leash from his neck. Now, the oppressor, the one who killed his mama, the one who invaded his home, the one who made him think that he really cared about him, the oppressor who gained so much money from his victim, tried to destroy the very thing that was setting his victim free. Some deep stuff. So this subject, brothers and sisters, is very important today. Yes. It's important because it affords me the opportunity to begin to take the leash off of the necks of our African people who don't even realize that they have a leash on their necks. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, then look at it. In Latin, there's a phrase called sola scriptura. Sola scriptura means the scriptures alone. Everybody who's been Christianized, everybody who's been influenced by Christianity has been taught this doctrine. Come on. You've been taught the doctrine that teaches you that the only book you need for daily living is the Bible. That woman you're looking at represents millions of black people. You might be that woman right there who gives joy out of reading a book that was given to you by your oppressor. You need to understand, family, indoctrination and the doctrine of bibliology. Now, what is indoctrination? So you're clear on that. To indoctrinate is to teach the fundamentals or rudiments of a partisan or sectarian opinion, point of view, or principle. More aptly stated, to indoctrinate means to put someone's doctrine or their viewpoint or their opinion or their principle into the mind of the student, to whereas the student is trained in what to think and not how to think. Am I making sense, y'all? Now, what makes indoctrination so powerful? There it is. It's that the person who has been indoctrinated makes their decisions about life. All of the decisions that you make in life, y'all, is based on what they put in your head. About your family, about your career, about your interpersonal and intrapersonal relationships, your spending habits, health and welfare, marriage, etc. All that is on the basis of the doctrines, meaning the views and opinions and principles that you've been taught from your oppressor. Doctrines are the result of personal interpretations of scriptural passages, whether it's the Bible, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Torah, whether it's the Zendavesta. We must remember that it is the knowledge of the truth that sets us free. Not people's doctrines. Oh boy, look at the slide real good. Isn't that tragic? But grandma, I mean, look at this little girl's face. The little girl doesn't have the same excitement as grandma does. Grandma is excited about this thing that she can't even explain. Grandma is excited about this thing that she knows nothing about the origin of. Little girl says, but grandma, I don't understand. And the reason why her little African mind doesn't understand is because it doesn't make sense. Y'all, I'm sorry. I ain't Bible bashing. I'm trying to free your African mind. Y'all hear what I'm saying? When you tell me, in fact, I meant to print it out and bring it to you. I got an email this week about a pastor who drowned in Africa. I'll bring it next time. The man drowned because he told his congregation that the Bible says, that Jesus said, these miracles that I do, greater miracles than you'll be able to do. So he had his congregation to meet him at the river. I'm not telling, this happened this week. And I'm serious. And so the man ventured out to walk on the water because he had the faith. And he stepped in it just dropped off, and he ain't seen him since. It's sad, but can you believe there are people that fanatical? He walked the water all right. Grandma, I don't understand it. I mean, look at her little innocent heart and mind. Baby, you don't have to understand it. Just know that God said it. Sound familiar? And if you want to be blessed by God,